Okay, so I'm back. I'm back, and hopefully, I've fixed everything to where it's all working really good. But so, what I was attempting to say on my first go round was I was talking about like the power of sharing my story. And I'm not going to share my story like that on here right now. I'm in the middle of a kind of like life discovery period. I've reached a point in my life where I'm like, I kind of want to be better as a person. I think, honestly, I feel like that's something you're kind of always working on, to be honest with you. I think I'm just working on it on a larger scale this year as of right now. And so as I'm doing that, there's just so much stuff that there's just so many things that I'm just becoming more confident and clear in. Like these things have always been in the back of my mind, but I'm just becoming so much more confident and clear. So basically, like, okay, so here's the thing everyone has a past, right? Like everyone has a past, everyone has a story. There's always something that we feel we were affected by in our growing up, whether that be good or bad. There's probably someone that had a big impact on us, and probably maybe someone that didn't have a big impact. Maybe it traumatized us in some kind of way. Okay, I just finished eating cashews with sesame seeds, and they were really good. And I just have to check really quickly to make sure that this entire video, because I'm long winded, this entire video is not with a piece of sesame seed like in the corner of my mouth. All right, so when I say that I want to share my story, I'm not saying that I want to get on here, blurt out every single thing that has happened in my life. I'm not there right now. However, I've always felt the need to inspire, whether it be young girls or women my age, because I feel like young girls for sure, but I do feel so I'm 45. I do feel that there's a lot of women like my age, much older, maybe a little bit younger, and we all kind of grew up a certain way in a certain time period where things are not vocalized the way they are now. There's a lot of people I kind of feel like being put in check now versus back in the day when you didn't have like a lot of social media or, in order to find someone that was going through what you were going through, you probably had a friend, and I do have a friend. Now with social media, you can get online and you can connect with so many people that are just that have experienced things similar to you. And it is so empowering to see not that someone else is going through something, but it's so empowering for to see someone else that may have experienced something or thinking, dealing with the same thoughts as you, that you can rely, that you can lean on and say, wow, I experienced that same thing. And for them to not feel like they're alone and by themselves, it's so helpful. And so that brings me to where I am now. That's the reason why I started this podcast a year and a half ago. Now, it's been a while since I've recorded an episode. This will be my second episode for 2023. I'm just always drawn, I'm always thinking about, I need to pick up that microphone and start recording again because I kind of feel like I'm just talking to a homegirl whenever I hit this record button, to be honest with you. So that's what I want to talk about today. I don't know how long it's going to be. According to my timer, I'm already 5 minutes in. So again, I don't know. This is not scripted out at all. Even my earlier podcast, I have like my bullet points, but nothing is really scripted out. It's just honestly like me just chit chatting with someone. So I'm thinking, so what made me think about this particular episode is I'm honestly thinking about what I've been going through as far as just wanting to, I'm at a point in my life where I want to develop more self love and self care and self worth for myself. It's making me reflect back on the person, on things that kind of shape the person that I am right now. It really, really pushes me to a point where I'm like, man, oh wow. I say man a lot. Man, what about, but it's pushed me to a point to where I'm like, what young girl could I help? Or what woman my age could I help that may feel like, oh, I have these deep burning feelings just like that, but I don't know what to do. And so that's where I am right now. My last episode was about fear and pushing past the fear. Well, every single time I pick up to record these episodes, there is like a bit of fear that I experience and a bit of, will they even like what I say that I experience? But I have more of, I'm doing it anyway, and I just refuse to not try inside of me than that fear of, will they resonate with what I'm saying? So, what made me think about this, like I said, is the journey that I'm going on myself. Also, I told her, I was having a conversation with her, and I said, you know what? I'm just at a point in my life where I don't want to be afraid. I just don't want to be afraid. I don't want to be afraid to say the things that I've always wanted to say. And as soon as I said that, her response to me was, but why would you do that? Like, what's the need for that? Are you doing that because you feel like you need, are you doing that because you want like recognition? Like what's the reason for that? And when she first said it, I was like, wow, like people think that way? you know, when she first said it, I was like, wow, people think that. I mean, of course people think that way, right? Because I mean, we all do something where we want to be recognized, I guess. We do it in relationship. Children do it when it comes to their parents. You go out your way and you do things because you want to be recognized. You want somebody to validate you. You want someone to see you. I guess I get that. I get how, why she would say something like that. But once she said that and I responded, my response was, hell no. I don't want to be recognized. What I want, what would make me happy is for some young girl that may feel like she's by herself. She can't, no one around her will hear her. No one, you don't have that cool ass auntie or that amazing grandmother to tell you that you can literally be whatever you want and that what someone said about you was their opinion, or that you don't have to change for anyone. You don't have to become anything for someone, because honestly, those were the things that as I've, lived my life through these 45 years, those are the things that I now know but did not know. Did not feel that way, growing up. And this is not to bash any parent of mine or anything like that, but because that stuff doesn't even matter to me anymore. It doesn't even matter to me because I'm an adult. I make my own way. I make my own way. I make my own decisions. I make my own way. There are people that have went through things similar to me. There are people that inspire me to keep going. You have to walk this journey by yourself. Yes, true. You have to walk your entire life's journey by yourself. To have someone in your corner, to have someone that you can listen to, even if they've never met you in person. Like I have, so many people that I listen to. Les Brown and Steve Harvey is like my number one. And now it's Luke Mind Power. Those three, along with a few others. Like I think I listen to Denzel. I think I've definitely TD Jakes. There's a lot of people that I listen to, and even though they're far, just hearing the words and hearing something that is similar to the way I think, it makes me feel like, okay, I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. And that is okay for me to feel the way I want to feel. It's okay for me to have the life and live it the way I want to live it and not feel like I'm crazy or that I'm being selfish in any kind of way. And so for me, if I can do that for some young girl or young boy, I have boys, I have girls and I have boys, and I talk to my boys all the time. If I can do that for some young child, or if I can do that for an adult who's my age or older than I am, if I can do that for them, fuck recognition. Who the hell cares about recognition? What I want for maybe that one young girl who's sitting down like on her back porch and she feels like, I'm broke, I have nowhere to go, I have nothing, I have no one to lean on. It feels like everything in my life is just an absolute mess and I cannot see myself getting out of this. But if she has anything like a cell phone, she can turn it and she can open up that cell phone. She can open up a podcast app, or she can listen on YouTube and she can hear me say that I'm telling you, I've been through what you've been through. Your life is not that. You will not always feel that pain. You will not always, you don't have to, I don't care who's telling you you're crazy or that you won't amount to anything. No, no, don't you dare let that shit sink in your head. Don't you dare let that sink in your head. You're going to be the most powerful woman that you could have ever imagined. And so that's what it means for me. It kind of makes me emotional, not even gonna lie. But this is a YouTube video also, so I don't really want to cry like that. Like I said, without putting anyone down or making anyone feel any kind of way. There was so many moments in my life. I have 5 children. I was pregnant at 16, and I was married at 21. Okay, my entire life was I just now I don't feel like I ever really took the time to just kind of be a kid. Everything was so serious. I'm the oldest of 5. And so for that reason I had to do a lot of taking care of my brothers and sisters. And so yeah, life just wasn't, growing up, it just wasn't that fun. I'm just going to be honest with you. But I did a lot of just, I don't know if it's called compartmentalizing. I don't know, but I just did a lot of, let me just block it out and just keep going. Just keep going. I didn't even, as a kid, I didn't even know what I was going to or going for. I just knew that, it was just, I was just sad a lot. You know, I was just very sad a lot. My grandmother passed away. I want to say I was like 11 or 12 when she got sick or something like that. But yeah, after she passed, life just became a complete, like, it just became crazy for me. But what I would do is I would just kind of like, I don't know, just have this thing in my head where I was just like, I'm just, let me just make it through the day. Let me just make it through the day. I'm not going to complain about it because I have no one to complain to. I'm just going to make it through the day. Okay, so anyway, this podcast, this episode, we're not going to go down that road of it being sad or anything like that. But what I'm, basically what I'm saying is that this has nothing to do with any kind of recognition. I hope people see it and maybe they recognize that there's something in them. And from my words, it inspires them to go forward because now this is how I built a 6-figure photography business. And I just recently opened up another one. And the things that I do, like just getting up and putting on clothes, getting up and putting on makeup, going to the nail salon, these are things that no one taught me. I kid you not. And it's crazy that I'm putting it in this podcast, but it kind of, in a way, like it doesn't matter because maybe there's someone else out there who waited forever to even, maybe she didn't know anything about self care or self love. Maybe she was just going like I was. I'm the oldest of 5, so I was just always just going, taking. I just have to take care of my brothers and sister. And then once I became, of a certain age, now it was me taking care of all of my kids. Because like I said, I have 5, really 6. I have a stepdaughter, but raised 5. And so what I'm saying is that, yeah, if it helps some young woman or young girl or young guy or young boy to say, okay, that sounds like me. So I can move forward. I can create the life I love. I'm always pushing. And there's so much more that I want. Oh my gosh, there's just so much more that I want to do. And it's not in terms of materialistic things. No, I want those things. Don't get me wrong. I want those things, but it's not in the form of materialistic things. Oh my gosh, I want to travel the world. I want to go to other countries, help, you know, help people in other countries, spend time with them, learn other cultures. And that's what makes my heart happy, helping people and things like that. But I will say this, I've now learned that I can't help anyone unless I help myself. I have to help myself first. I have to, I don't, I want to know, I am becoming, I'm learning the person that I am, and understanding that I don't have to apologize for being the person that I am. I am not, no one is better than me. I'm not better than anyone else. I'm me. So there's really nothing to compare me to. I'm me, I'm my own person. I have my own set of values and I have my own way of the way I see the world. And I want that to be at the forefront now. And I hope you all do too. I want you to keep that at the forefront, you and what you want, so that as you're going out into the world and you meet people and you're able to give to people, you know your limit and you know the type of people that you want to attract in your life. And so I'm going to, go ahead. I don't really want to dive too deep. I am still trying to be like a little careful with the things that I say on here. Pretty sure that, there's a lot that, I'll talk about as time goes on. But as of right now, I just hope that I can inspire someone as we move forward with this podcast, with the episodes that I produce. I'll get better. I'll get a lot better with the way I speak about things, and maybe I'll be able to share more. But this is the journey that I'm on. And so if you feel like this is you, I welcome you to join me and we just take this journey together. This, honestly, I have to say, is one of those times in my life where I am definitely discovering a lot about myself. I'm discovering that I have more power than I've ever known. I've always felt like I was a strong person, mainly because of the way I grew up. I'm realizing that I didn't act as strong as I thought I was. The strength that I thought I had is bigger than that. That shit is way bigger than the box that I put it in. It's so much bigger than that. And each day I become stronger and stronger in learning that it's okay to have that strength. And it doesn't matter what anyone thinks about it. It doesn't matter, what box, or what opinion someone may have. Someone else's opinion is just their own fear and their own box that they're in. No one else's opinion. I mean, who is someone else to tell me about me? You're not me. So if you don't have anything positive and we're not learning together, if you don't have anything positive to say, or, any type of positive energy, and we can talk with some sense, and we can, laugh and have good conversations with each other, we can be friends to each other, then you don't really serve me, because that's how I am. And I won't allow someone else's opinion to define me at all. So, anyway, done with this ramble, okay? Done with this ramble. That's where I am, like I said. Eventually, hopefully, I'll get a little stronger when it comes to the way I speak, and and these episodes, and maybe not drag my words along. But I'm pretty sure I will. This is the beginning. Even though I already have a few episodes up and moving and all of that, is not that many. It's still the beginning. So eventually I'll probably be like just way faster with the things that I say, It's just that I'm still a little hesitant with things, so bear with me. Like I said, if anything that I said resonates with anyone that's listening to this, feel free to continue to listen and just walk this journey with me. Hopefully I'll have like an outro to this podcast soon. But if I don't, what I would like to tell you guys to do is to follow me on TikTok. You will definitely get a chance to see me and more of my personality and all the mistakes. Whoop. Like that mistake, like hitting my little bitty heater that's right beside me. But anyway, you follow me on TikTok, and that way you'll get a chance to see like more of my personality, who I am, some of the maybe good videos that I put out, maybe some of the not so good videos that I put out, and you get a chance to see like I don't give a damn, I'm just gonna do it anyway. So that's me. If you stuck around to the end of this episode, I really appreciate you. I really appreciate you. In a life full of distractions and busyness and just tasks and things that we have to do, the fact that you took time out to listen to me and my rant and me talking about things that are personal to me means the absolute world to me. So I cannot wait to see you again. Peace.